Hiring the wrong agent in Santa Cruz can cost you time, money, and momentum. And you won't realize it until it's too late. Today, I'm gonna show you 5 things that actually matter when you're hiring a realtor here in Santa Cruz. If you're thinking of selling in Santa Cruz, this one will save you headaches. What's the difference between pricing to test the market or pricing to attract here in Santa Cruz? I remember you will put a sign and get 50 people through an open house and you'll get offers. And it didn't matter about the marketing, it didn't matter about the pricing. And actually, there were only a few homes that were sitting on the market because in Santa Cruz, we only had available a couple hundred homes. Now we actually have almost 550 homes available here in Santa Cruz County. So it's important to know what other house is available, why it hasn't sold, what's going on. And buyers are getting picky, especially in this winter. And it's very good to have a good strategy and a great marketing plan in order to attract buyers and get offers the first couple of weeks. If a home doesn't get an offer in its first 10 days, the chances on getting a lower offer than a higher offers are higher. With that said, it's good to create a good momentum in the first week and lock in those buyers that are real and ready to buy. They're gonna show up right away. Coast versus mountains. How does location change pricing strategy? Of course, you gotta look at the inventory, and in the mountains, it's a little more complicated because you don't have public utilities, you have septic wells and different elevations, groundwater, and a lot of other different things to consider. Pricing strategy is totally different, and it's important to know exactly what a property buyer's pool has, because know who the buyer is going to be and back engineer, pick it apart right before listing it and put yourself in the buyer's shoes. That's what I like to do for myself, because I work with a lot of buyers, I work with a lot of sellers, so I know exactly what they're looking for. Let me tell you 3 of recent winning stories of our listings that got pending within 10 days. We have a 485 Canon del Sol, received 3 offers, and we got under 1,000 over asking. 205 Siesta Drive in Aptos, it's one of our wonderful listings. We received 2 offers within 7 days and got it pending in 10 days. We still did open houses until the deposit wasn't in escrow, which is important to make sure the buyer is actually wiring the money to the escrow company, monitoring the whole transaction. There's a lot of behind the scenes. I'm not gonna get into it in this small video, but feel free to give me a call. And East Drive in Boulder Creek, it was a major fixer-upper. We actually received 4 offers, and the winning offer actually closed, and it was a foreclosures, so it was very time sensitive. So those 3 recent property we got pending so fast, and actually the one on Gold Gulch in 1741 Gold Gulch in Fairton, we just got pending within 9 days of being on the market. So recently, those are a few of the recent winning stories. If we listed and hired, we couldn't get those real buyers through the door, and we had to go and catch the buyer afterwards. So that's important to price it right, so we can catch the buyer right away, get him in escrow, and boom, bada boom, bada bam, get the transaction smooth. Of course, photos are baseline, but here in this market, you also need different media and distributions. For example, of the 485 Canon del Sol, you can look it up. We did a bunch of different reels of what this community could provide, and we actually generate 3 extra showings because of that. We also did a lasagna brokers tour where we were able to get 40 brokers and realtors through and a buyer the second day we were on the market. We also do a wonderful reel. It doesn't matter of the property and the price point. We do these super cool reels and they get a lot of engagements and views, and a YouTube video as well. And we have different ads running. Initially, we have organic viewers that come by themselves, and then we have ads running right after. The organic viewers show up, and we have a wonderful full-time photographer that's actually working right here. His name is Hunter Corbin. He's gonna become rich and famous pretty soon. He's only 24 years old. He has the best equipment you could have. It's very expensive because we wanna get drones, sunset, sunrise, all the ocean views. We recently had a property that had an ocean view, and this company, and I don't want to say any names, I'm very ethical, they didn't have the ocean view in the photo. You can see 485 Canon del Sol. It's obvious that it has an ocean view because you see our marketing. And here we go. Why does a property gets multiple offer and one gets none? For example, on this one I told you in Canon del Sol, we received multiple offers, but our pricing strategy was very important. For example, the one next door was fully remodeled, sold for 1,325. This one, we priced it at 1,115, and we were able to get only 9 showings, but 3 of them decided to write offers right away, and we bid it up to 125. So we only got $75,000 less than the property that was fully remodeled. This one was actually dated. We only did floors and paint, and we highlighted the views and we staged it. So it's pretty cool and important, the pricing strategy for the right property and getting to know what happened with those pending and sold and how many people got through the door. So I got a lot of data for my sellers so they know exactly what's going on. Your agent needs to create wins and be extremely creative, especially in this market, and invest a lot of money into marketing for every property in this climate. It's not the right time to throw a sign and pray. We still pray, but also we do a lot of different marketing channels and generate a lot of showings, and we price it right, and we tell you right away, like, hey, you gotta be realistic, this is what it is. If you like to sit on the market longer, it's up to you. The most important thing for seller is also to have a disclosure package ready to go for the buyers with all the inspections, know exactly what's going on for an HOA documents and Airbnb regulations and all of those things. So the buyer has them all and has all the information to make some good decisions, and they don't come in and say, hey, I didn't know about that, So they know exactly what's going on. The disclosure package, for example, of 485 Canon del Sol, it took us 4 months to get the property ready, and we got it pending in 10 days with multiple offers. Speed and clarity win. You should know how we update you from weekly reports and to real-time tax updates on what's going on with your home. The what's next phase, from when we get the listing signed, from the preparation, from the when we review the offers. A weekly update, we can actually also send you an email example. It has all the views that we got on our website, social media, many call and text campaigns, and on many different marketing channels that you will market your home. The metrics that proves the seller we're on track and needs to adjust is the buyer's feedbacks. We actually gathered some very good feedback from every other listings, who they are, why they didn't buy, what the holdback is, so the seller knows exactly what to do. If you remember one thing, strategy first, then media, and then momentum. This is how you protect value here in Santa Cruz County, wherever it's coast, town, or Redwood. Which pocket are you considering? Capitola, West Side, Felton? Drop here in the comments and tell me what is important for you when hiring an agent so we can take notes and improve every day.